This isn't gonna be a funny video. It's kind of just gonna be me telling what recently I've been going through. I just want to inform people that your life can be taken from you literally any second. So you need to appreciate what you have, your family around you, because you could literally die any fucking second. Also, I wanted to put this out there too. Don't drive like a fucking idiot. Don't think you're fucking cool. Don't think that you want to drift. You're fucking cool, because you're not. Always wear your seatbelt. I know people think they're too fucking cool to wear a seatbelt, but wear your fucking seatbelt, because seatbelts can save your fucking life, bitch. Like, if I wasn't wearing a fucking seatbelt, I wouldn't fucking be here. On April 5th, I think it was a Friday, I was at work. I think I got off around 4:30. My friend messaged me asking me if I wanted to hang out. There's a little fair over by my house going on right now. And she lives close to me, so we're like, oh, maybe we should go there, get a funnel cake, whatever. That was gonna be what we were gonna do, and then she ended up asking if I wanted to go and hang out with this boy. She said that him and his friends race, and that blah, 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 blah. In my head, I thought we were gonna go to some type of area. I wasn't gonna be in the car. I don't know, I think that sounds stupid to say out loud, but I thought that, but like, I genuinely didn't think I was gonna be in a car. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be inside the car. She was like, do you want to do that, or do you want to go to the fair? And this whole time, she was texting me. I was on the phone with my friend Tommy. I was telling him I don't really want to go with my friend Leslie. I was feeling like really under the weather that day. I had a really bad sore throat. I was telling him like, I don't feel good. Like, I really don't want to go. Asking me like, come on, let's go. Like, I want to do something. She's like, I got ready. Like, I want to do something. Blah, 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 whatever. I think like there was a bunch of signs pointing to tell us not to go. So I get there. He comes in. I literally hear his car like skirt into pull up. Like, he's already fucking driving like a maniac. Like, he's already driving fast. Just to clear this up, I didn't know this person. I had no idea who this person is. I didn't even know his name until I got into the car. My friend Leslie had known this person, but she had never met him in person. Like, the place I live in, we ended up leaving it, and my sister tells me now that she even heard the car skirt out of the place I live in. He was already driving fast. He started driving fast down the road. I remember asking him, like, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Like, have you ever gotten a crash? Why are you driving so fast? Like, just slow down. Like, it's not that serious. Like, I remember even saying stupid stuff like, oh, you know you waste more gas if you drive fast. Just, like, me being a fucking smart ass, you know? We ended up going to this place. It's not even far away. It's probably, like, 10 minutes from my house right now. He was in the front seat. Leslie was in the passenger seat, and I was in the middle back seat. And I remember I kept looking at how fast he was going, and I was so fucking scared. Like, I remember I kept, like, because he would do the turns, but nothing would happen. Like, it'd be scary. The car would drift a little bit, but it was, like, that's what he liked to do, I fucking guess. The road was really long. I think I found a time-lapse of this road, because apparently people drift on it all the time, and a lot of people have died on this road. Like, a lot of fucking people have gotten hurt on this road. So I looked up the road, and I ended up finding a bunch of stuff about it. I ended up finding a time lapse. Maybe I can insert it to give you guys a better perspective of what I was looking at. I didn't even want to look at the road. I was literally just covering my eyes. Like, my eyes were shut. I was closing them. I didn't want to fucking look at the road. And then I ended up opening my eyes right before what happened. And then we ended up, I remember seeing a 35, it was either 35 or 25 miles an hour. A little sign, like, saying, you know, those signs say slow down, like, there's a curve coming up, like, you gotta slow down because you're gonna turn really fast, there's a really big turn. And then he just kept going the same speed. He didn't slow down, he just kept going the same fucking speed. I swear, it felt like we never turned. It felt like we were going straight the whole time. But, like, that's what it felt like. I don't know if that's what happened. I just remember, like, seeing, like, there was, like, a side of the road, like, there was, like, a cliff, and then, like, the arrows that were turning, but there was, like, a little ledge, like, of dirt. Like, it happened so fucking fast. I just remember the car immediately, like, falling into, like, crashing into the cliff and then tipping over. And I just remember screaming with Leslie. Like, I just remember, like, us both, like, screaming, like, stop, like, oh my god. Like, and we flipped once. We flipped once after we flipped over the first time. We landed upright, and I thought everything was fine. And then the car ended up, I think it was, like, on a ledge, and I think the weight of us inside of the car ended up making it fall more. Like, I think that it's like hard to breathe because like my chest like got injuries and like my fucking insides are like swollen. And the car was tipping, and then we fell and we rolled and we rolled and we rolled and we rolled. I think we ended up rolling 5 or 6 times. Like, we rolled a lot. It felt like we were falling forever. It literally felt like we were falling for so fucking long. I literally had enough time to like literally pray to God. Like, I literally had enough time to be like, Jesus, please help me, like, please save us, like, please let us be okay. Like, I had enough time to pray. I wasn't looking. I had my hands over my eyes and my face, and I was like this, covering my head. And I just remember like seeing like with my eyes shut, like dark light. And I don't know if that's just because my eyes were shut so tight, or if there was like lights around me. And anyways, we had landed upside down, and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm okay. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm not dead. Like, I'm okay. I was like, I can hear everyone. I was like, everyone's fine. I was like, I don't have any broken bones. Like, I was like, I'm okay. Then the fucking car started fucking filling up with fucking water. Like, it started, like, I felt the water at, like, my legs, and then it started going up higher, and I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, we fell into fucking water. I was like, oh my fucking God. And I started panicking. Like, I was already panicking, but, like, I was like, oh my God, we stopped. Like, it's okay. I just need to get out. I just need to get out and climb up. Like, I'm fine. Like, I just need to get out. But then I was like, holy fucking shit. The car was filling up with water, and I started to freak the fuck out. I was like, oh my fucking God, oh my fucking God. Like, I don't know how my seatbelt came off. Maybe I did it with, like, my adrenaline when something else happened. Maybe I slipped out of it. Like, I don't know how my seatbelt came off. I don't know when that happened or how it happened. The back of the car was like more in the water, and that's where I was in the back seat, so most of the water was in the back. And I was like, I remember just filling up, and I was trying to get out of the car, and the car was upside down, and I wasn't familiar with the car. Like, that's the first time I had ever been in that car. I didn't know where the handle, I didn't know how to get out, just like an instinct. I didn't know how to get out. Because from what I could see was like, it was like the door, and then the window was down, and I didn't know which side I was on. Like, I had to like really think about where I was. Like, I was so confused, and my window wasn't broken, so my instant reaction was trying to break it open, like with my hands, with my feet. Like, I was trying to break the window, and I literally could not fucking do it. And then I ended up just like feeling around. Like, I just remember touching everywhere, and then I ended up finding the handle to the right of me, all the way at the bottom, and I was able to open it like in a weird way. The driver, and after like my friend had told me from her perspective, the driver had hopped from his seat, the driver's seat, over Leslie and out her window because her window was broken. The only windows that were broken were the front and the passenger side window. He had climbed over Leslie, and then he got out, and then Leslie was like, please help me, like, help me. She was screaming, like, help me. And then he was gonna leave us. He was gonna walk up the hill and let us get out ourselves. And then he finally like pulled Leslie out of the car. And then I was just in the fucking car thinking I was gonna fucking drown. Like, at that point, I was just praying. I was like, Jesus, like, help. Like, I don't know. Like, I was trying to get the door open, but I was like praying because I was like, damn, I'm gonna fucking drown. Like, I was so close to just not even trying to open the door because I didn't think I could, and no one was helping me. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to die. Like, I thought I was gonna fucking drown. I finally got the door opened, and then I opened it, and it like only opened like a little bit. Like, it opened tiny because there was the cliff was next to us, and the car had like landed on like by the cliff. Like, it didn't fall into the water. It was like still kind of on the cliff, if that makes sense. So I opened the door, and it was only open a little bit, and I had to literally squeeze my fucking body like through it. The guy was already at the top of the fucking mountain. He already had ran up the mountain, and Leslie was like by the mountain, like waiting for me to get out. I'd gotten out, and then I was like freaking out. I didn't even look back at the car. I didn't even look where it was. I was just trying to get up the mountain. Like, I was just trying to go. At this point, I left everything in the car. We all were just trying to get out. I didn't try to grab my phone. I didn't try to grab my purse. I didn't try to grab anything. Everything was in the car. Me and Leslie started trying to climb up the mountain, and now I know that the mountain was 180 feet. We had fell 180 feet down into water. I didn't realize the cliff was that big in the moment. My adrenaline was just going. I was just trying to go. But me and Leslie were trying to climb up the 180-foot hill. And we were like, and it had just rained, so the dirt was really muddy. Like, everything was really wet. And I kept like trying to climb up, and I would just fall. We'd climb up, and we would just fall. Every single time I would get a little bit up, I would just fall. Same with Leslie. And then I realized I was getting really hurt, like, something was poking me. Like, I remember I was like, what the fuck is hurting me so bad? And I was like, maybe it's just because I got in a car accident. I don't know, maybe there's glass in me. I didn't know. And then I was like, wait. And then we told the guy at the top of the hill, the driver, shine a light. And then because he had a light, I don't know where the fuck he got a light. Maybe it was in his pocket, but he had a little tiny light. And I said, shine a light down here. He shined the light, and we were literally walking up a hill of cactus. It was all cactus, but it was all smushed down because the car had fell down it. That was the only way we could get up. Finally, me and Leslie like walked a little bit to the side, and then we ended up finding like harder surface to climb up, climbing up the mountain and finally getting up. And I just remember the guy that was driving the car, he was like, fuck, oh my god, fuck. And that's the only thing that came out of his mouth. And me, whenever I'm scared, I immediately just start yelling and getting pissed. So I literally was like, fuck you, like, you almost fucking killed me and Leslie, like, fuck you almost fucking killed innocent girls, like, fuck you, you think you're fucking cool, you're not fucking cool. Like, I was just screaming at him, and he was literally silent. Like, the car had lit on fire, and literally, like, there was trees around it, like, brush, because we were, like, in the mountains, and it literally was, like, caught on fire. Like, everything was catching on fire, and I was like, holy fuck. And none of us had our phones with us. All of the phones were in the car. Like, all of the phones were in there. We were not going back down there. It was lit on fire. Like, we could not go back down. And we were trying to make people stop. Like, we were, like, trying to be like, stop, please stop. And, like, 3 cars had passed us. It wasn't a really busy road, so it took a while for another car to come. And they wouldn't fucking stop. They would literally go around. They would just, like, flash their lights at us and then go around us and just keep driving. And I know no one owes us anything, but if you see 3 teenagers on the side of the road fucking bloody, like, covered in blood, covered in water, like, freaking out, crying, like, not know, like, needing help so fucking bad with the fire behind us, like, wouldn't you stop? Like, all we needed you to do was call 911, you know? Just freaking out. We're like, no one's gonna help us. We literally resorted to standing in the middle of the road, so people had to stop. This woman ended up stopping, and then I just ran up to the window, and I was like, please call 911. Like, please call 911. And she was like, okay, what happened? Like, what happened? She was, like, dialing 911, and she was asking me what happened so she could tell them. And I was like, we fell off the cliff. We rolled down the hill. We started a fire because the car, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, we need an ambulance. We need a fire truck. Like, we need everything. And then she was like, okay, I'll call them. She called them. She let them know what was happening. Then I ended up being like, can I please call my mom? And then I finally got a hold of my mom, and that's when I started crying. I think reality hit me, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, I was like, oh my god. Like, I think I was, like, in survival mode. Like, I just wanted everyone to be okay. I just wanted me and Leslie, just to get up. Like, I just wanted us to be okay. But then finally, like, I heard my mom's voice. And the most fucked up part is I didn't even tell my mom I was leaving. Like, imagine if I had passed away. I never told my mom I was leaving that night. I only told my sister. My mom was asleep, and I had just left, and my mom didn't even fucking know. Told her where I was, and I couldn't talk to her. Like, I was panicking so fucking bad. And the lady that let me use her phone, she grabbed the phone from me, and she started talking to my mom. She said, it's okay, your daughter's okay, just come to this road, like, the police are on their way, the ambulance are on their way, like, just come to this road. And my mom was like, okay. Me and Leslie were there just crying. And then I remember the lady was being so fucking nice. This lady is literally a fucking angel. Like, I just, like, I'm so thankful that this woman fucking stopped for us, because, like, I don't know how long it could have taken, you know, for more people to come, but this woman stopped for us, and she was so sweet, saying, it's okay, like, it's okay, you're gonna be okay. Like, she was so fucking sweet. I love that woman. Like, the freaking ambulance came, and they drove the wrong way down the street, because there was, like, we could see an intersection, because I had sprinted, because I was trying to get help so bad. I ran a little bit down the street, and I was like, I need to find someone. So I saw the ambulance go the wrong way, like the opposite way down the street, and I was like, oh my fucking god. And then they ended up figuring out that it was more down the street, and then they started coming our way. The firemen were, like, asking us if we were okay, like, what hurt. They took our vitals. They were asking us questions that to, like, just know that if we, like, were, like, coherent, like, we knew what was going on, just in case we, like, didn't get, like, banged up super bad, you know. And then the paramedics came, and then we were all put on gurneys and put in an ambulance. They put a neck brace on my neck, and I was just laying in the ambulance, and I just was looking up. Like, I didn't know what else to do except for just look up. Like, I was just looking up. We were all in the same ambulance. Leslie was on the big gurney, and we were on 2 little small ones on the sides. They ended up, like, cutting all my clothes off, but we literally got to the hospital in, like, maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Like, we were in the ambulance for only a little bit. They picked me up and put me onto a hospital bed, and then me and Leslie and the driver all went separate ways. We went with different nurses, different doctors, and then I was rushed into a hospital room. And then they ended up cutting all my clothes off. Like, they snipped them all the way up, snipped my bra off, snipped my jacket off. I was literally laying there butt-ass fucking naked, and I was like, oh my god. But honestly, I really didn't give a fuck. I was just happy to be alive. They stuck those little patches on me that connect to that machine to check my heart rate and stuff onto me. And then they were just, like, pressing all over my body, like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? And I was, like, in so much shock. I was just like, I don't know. I was like, no. I was like, I can't feel anything. Like, I couldn't feel anything. I felt like a fucking crackhead. I was like, I can't feel anything. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was literally just like, my mom came in the room, and I just broke down in fucking tears, and I was like, oh my god. I don't know why, but every time, like when I first talked to my mom, and then when I first saw her, I, like, realized it was real, you know? Because, like, I didn't know these people. Like, I didn't really know what was going on. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess reality just hit when I saw my family and my mom just, like, crying and, like, looking at her fucking bloody ass daughter in a fucking stretcher with a fucking thing on her neck. I was like, oh my fucking god. They gave me medicine to calm me down, and then they had to give me a tetanus shot because I had, like, open wounds and I was in, like, a swamp. Like, the water we fell into was super dirty, and I just remember, like, telling my mom, like, please call Caitlin. And Caitlin is my best friend. I don't know, I haven't really talked about her on my channel, but she's my best friend. I have her initials on my arm, and she has mine. She's, like, my best friend in the whole fucking world. Like, we've been through everything together. Like, I can't even sit here and explain what we've gone through together. But mom just gave me the phone, and I told her, I was like, Caitlin, like, I almost died. Like, I really need you here. Like, I really, really need you. She ended up coming, and I just remember seeing her and just, like, bawling. Like, it's just crazy to, like, be in that situation, and, like, it's almost like people are treating you like you already died. It's almost like seeing what people would do if you were dead, if that makes sense. My mom, like, called my dad, and, like, I told him what happened, and he was just crying a lot, and it was, like, overwhelming. Like, you know, people care about you, but, like, when you're in a situation where you almost die, and, like, people genuinely, like, tell you and, like, let you know, it, like, it's a lot. It makes you, like, really overwhelmed, and, like, it makes you feel loved, but it's also, like, holy shit, like, holy fucking shit, you know? They kept trying to put, like, blankets on me, because, like, they saw I was, like, shivering, because I was, like, in really cold water, but I was like, I don't want the blankets on me, because, like, every time they would put a blanket on me, the needles in my legs from the cactus would just get pushed into my skin more, and I was like, oh my fucking god, it just hurts so fucking bad. Did I mention that I didn't break a nail? Like, did I mention that? I didn't break a fucking nail. How did I not break a nail? They brought the CT scan back. None of my bones were broken. Everything was fine. They were just telling me I had blunt force trauma to my stomach. They're telling me that all my organs were just really bruised. Like, they were really hit. And, like, I think it's from the seatbelt and, like, me, like, dangling. Because I remember at one point, I had the seatbelt on and the car was flipped, and I remember just my whole body dangling, like, just dangling. You're able to drink water, eat a cracker, and walk a lap around this floor of the hospital, then you're able to go home. And I was like, because I didn't want to be at that fucking hospital. I was uncomfortable. I wanted to be in my bed. Like, I didn't want to fucking be there. I didn't want that bill to be racking up. I was like, no broken bones, I'm breathing, okay, I'm gonna go home. They gave me a prescription for Norco. They gave me stuff like antibiotics just in case, you know, and then, like, nausea pills, like, if I got nauseous. And then I ate the cracker, I walked around, I went pee, and I was able to go home. And I ended up going in the car, going home, laying in my bed. I had nothing. I had no phone. My phone was in the car. My purse was in the car with my money, my debit card, my license, my social security card, my birth certificate. And that was a bad idea because it all burned. It all burned in the car. I just remember my mom slept with me in my bed the first night, and we were just praying, thanking God that I was still there. I remember being in the hospital, and all the nurses, like I heard them, like, gossiping. Like, I heard them talking. They were all talking, like, oh my God, like, they fell 180 feet, they flipped 6 times, they fell into water, like, the car burned, like, how are they okay? How do they have minor injuries? Like, it was, like, the fucking topic of the fucking emergency room. Like, they were all just talking, like, oh my God, I can't believe they're okay. If it was my time to go, I would have gone. Like, If God wanted to take me then, I would have gone then. When it's your time to go, it's okay to go, and that there's a plan for you, and God has a plan for you, and it was not my time to go. It was not my time. I'm not afraid of dying anymore. Just know that when the time comes, it's my time, and it's okay. The day after it happened, my best friend came back to my house with a couple of my other friends, and my best friend, Caitlin, she gave me a bath with Epsom salt, and she pulled all my little thorns out with tweezers. Every little thorn out of me, she pulled it out. Washed my hair, my body, everything. She's literally the fucking best fucking friend I could ever fucking ask for. Like, I love you, bitch. You know I love you, bitch. I ended up having really bad bruising all over my stomach. I'll show you guys in a second pictures of the bruising that I have. I have pictures of like the first day, the second day, the pictures of like my legs being irritated from the thorns, like my pills, the pain pills, and it made me feel so stupid. The only feeling I felt was like either like numb or like sad, like really fucking sad. Like I would just sit there and I would think about it and I would just cry. My friends would be around me and they'd be like talking to each other, and then I would just be like there. Like I wouldn't like no, like I feel like I like didn't know what was going on. Like I don't know if that was still me being in shock. Like I don't know how else to explain it except for like being uncomfortable. Like I myself was uncomfortable, like physically, and like mentally I just felt super uncomfortable. Like I don't know how to explain it. The day that I got home, I ended up looking on my laptop to find my iPhone, and my phone was literally at a towing place, and I was like, it's showing up that it was at a towing place. It showed up that I had 7%, and I was like, oh my god, like my phone is okay. Like what? I was like, my phone literally was in water. It fucking blew up in a car. It fell 180 feet. I'm like, oh my god, like my phone cannot be okay. There's no way. I couldn't leave the house because I was still in a lot of pain. My body hurt. Like I could barely breathe without my body hurting. My friends ended up saying, oh well, we'll go to the place for you. It was only a mile away from my house. They said that there's no way that you can look in here. The owner of the vehicle has to be here. So they came back, but we knew my phone was there, so we were like, oh my gosh, yes, like maybe my phone's okay. I ended up getting in contact with the driver, and I was like, well, can we go find my phone? Like it's saying it's there. Can we go try to find my belongings in the car? And he ended up going. He was like, oh, I found your phone. And I was like, there's no fucking way it's okay. And I was like, is it cracked? And he was like, no. I was like, nothing's wrong with it. And he was like, no, it's fine. Like your phone is fine. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And he ended up dropping it off at my house, and I charged it, and it works. The only thing wrong with it is there's water damage in the camera, but it works. I'm literally filming on it right now. I forgot to say that the car accident happened at like 10 p.m. at night. I was only gone from my house for like maybe 45 minutes before it happened. Like I wasn't gone for long at all. And this is really fucking gross, but just to show how bad the blunt force trauma is, I've literally been bleeding out of my asshole. Like bleeding. Like my butthole has been bleeding. Like when I'm not even pooping, like it's just bleeding. The bruises on my stomach are getting better. I can insert pictures of when it first happened, but they're a lot better now. That's from my seatbelt. I got a bruise on my boob. Here is really bad. I don't really know what that's from. I don't want to sit here and show every single fucking bruise that I have, but bitch, I got beat up. It looks like I got jumped. I got jumped by a fucking GTI, bitch. It's just crazy because I was depressed for like years. Like depression started really bad in like 2015. Like I never got the balls to kill myself, but there's times I wanted to die so fucking bad. Like I did not want to be here. And then when like my literal life flashes before my eyes, it's like crazy because like I don't want to be dead. Like I'm fucking thankful that I'm here. Like just don't take your life for granted, because trust me, you want that shit. It's just crazy. Like I wanted to die so bad for the longest time, and then finally when it's right in front of me, like I don't want to die. Like when it's my time, I'm okay with going, but like when it's right in front of my face, like I can't explain what it feels like to think you're gonna die. And if you've been through it, I'm sorry, and I want to talk to you. Like I genuinely want to talk to you because I feel like everyone around me hasn't experienced something like that. So if you've experienced something like that, like message me on like Instagram or Twitter, because I will answer. Like I see everything. Like I really want to talk to you about it and like how you coped with it and like got over it, because like that shit fucks you up. Like, it's crazy to me that I'm gonna, like, go back to my normal life, you know? Like, going to work and stuff. It seems like I'm not that shooken up by this situation. I've just been crying for days. Like, my mom literally comes in my room and, like, cries in my arms every day. I ain't got no tears left to cry, bitch. I'm Ariana Grande. I'm picking it up. Just don't take your life for granted. Make sure you tell everyone you love them. Make sure you tell your mom when you're leaving your house. Don't get in the car with stupid people. Drive the speed limit. Drive safely. Wear your seatbelt. Thank you guys for your kind words. Like, it genuinely has helped me through this time, like, so much. I didn't know how many people, like, loved me. Like, not even, like, people I don't even know just, like, reaching out to me, like, letting me know that, like, they're here for me. It's meant everything to me, and, like, my friends, my family. It's meant so much to me. God is good. God is fucking good. I don't know what your guys' beliefs are on God or a higher power, but I don't think that I would have had that strength on my own, you know? I think God gave me the strength to get out of the car. God gave me the strength to get up that hill. God's giving me the strength to heal. And I'm forever grateful. And I don't want to cry. And I don't want to sound cheesy, but I'm just really happy to be here. I'm going to insert pictures of the cactus. My friend had went back and took a picture of the hill we had to climb up. I'll insert pictures of that. I'll insert pictures of my bruises and cuts. I'll insert pictures of the car. The driver, when he went back to the car today, he said that everything in the car was burnt. Like, the seats were completely ashes. Like, it was ashes. Everything was ashes. The whole car was just the metal. Like, there was no seats, no dashboard, but my phone was in there. How the fuck? Jesus saved my life and my phone's life. I swear to God. I'm not okay mentally right now, but I think that's okay, and I think that's gonna get better. I think it's normal. But I just know that I'm here for a reason. I know my friends and family, like, need me. If it was my time to go, I would have went. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for caring about me. I promise that when I get better, I'm gonna start posting more. I'm gonna leave this video on a good note, bitch. You are alive. You're alive. Go tell your family and friends that you love them. Tell everyone you love that you love them as much as you can. Wear your seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt. If I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, I would not be making this video right now. I'd be dead. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, it means a lot to me. Have a great day. Bye.